Imagine a battlefield. The air is thick with smoke, the ground trembles. Now picture a quiet workshop. A craftsman carefully sets metal type. What could these two different worlds have in common? The answer is the printing press. This invention, which emerged in the 15th century, would change warfare forever. Before, battles were fought with brute force, but the printing press added a new weapon: information. The printing press didn't just change how wars were fought, it changed how people thought about war. It gave voice to new ideas, new strategies, and new ways of motivating soldiers. In a way, the printing press was as powerful as any cannon or sword. This essay will explore how the printing press revolutionized warfare. We'll see how it transformed communication, strategy, and even propaganda. We'll also examine its lasting legacy on modern warfare. Before the printing press, sending messages during wartime was a logistical nightmare. Imagine a king wanting to send orders to his generals. He'd have to rely on messengers on horseback. These messengers could get lost, captured, or killed. But the printing press changed everything. Suddenly, it was possible to create multiple copies of maps, battle plans, and orders. This meant that information could travel faster and more reliably. The printing press also had a profound impact on the training of soldiers. Before, military knowledge was passed down orally, often leading to inconsistencies and errors. With the printing press, armies could create standardized training manuals. This ensured that soldiers were better prepared for battle. Even morale received a boost thanks to the printing press. Newsletters and pamphlets could be printed and distributed to soldiers, keeping them informed and entertained. This helped maintain their spirits during long campaigns. The printing press didn't just revolutionize communication on the battlefield. It also transformed how wars were fought on the home front, changing the dynamics of civilian involvement. For the first time in history, it was possible to reach a mass audience with printed materials, allowing ideas to spread rapidly. This had a profound impact on propaganda, making it a powerful tool for influencing public perception. Governments and military leaders quickly realized the power of the printing press to shape public opinion and control narratives. They used it to spread their version of events, demonize their enemies, and rally support for the war effort, creating a unified front. One of the earliest and most famous examples of this was the use of propaganda during the Reformation, a period of intense religious conflict. Both Protestants and Catholics used the printing press to spread their religious messages and attack their opponents, fueling the conflict. The printing press made it possible to produce and distribute pamphlets, posters, and even songs that appealed to people's emotions, reaching a wider audience than ever before. Fear, anger, and patriotism were all exploited to garner support for wars, manipulating public sentiment to achieve political and military goals. Section 4. Logistics and coordination, the engine of war. Armies, no matter how brave or well-trained, rely on a constant supply of food, weapons, and other essential items. This is the often overlooked but crucial aspect of warfare logistics. Before the printing press, managing the logistics of war was a chaotic affair. Keeping track of supplies, troop movements, and orders was a logistical nightmare. But the printing press brought a much-needed degree of order to the chaos. With the printing press, it was possible to create standardized forms for requisitions, inventories, and orders. This greatly simplified the process of managing supplies and coordinating troop movements. Maps, another essential tool for warfare, were also revolutionized by the printing press. Before, maps were often hand-drawn and unreliable. The printing press allowed for the creation of accurate and detailed maps that could be easily reproduced and distributed. Section 5. Evolving strategies, from battlefield to printing press. The printing press didn't just improve existing military practices, it also led to the development of entirely new strategies and tactics. Before its invention, military knowledge was often passed down orally or through handwritten manuscripts, which were time-consuming to produce and prone to errors. Military leaders, now armed with the ability to disseminate information more effectively, could experiment with new ideas. They could study past battles, learn from mistakes, and innovate with greater confidence. One example of this is the development of more complex battle formations. These formations were meticulously planned and could be communicated clearly to all levels of the military hierarchy. With standardized training manuals and the ability to print and distribute orders quickly, armies could coordinate larger numbers of troops with greater precision. This standardization ensured that soldiers were uniformly trained and could execute complex maneuvers in unison. The printing press also played a key role in the development of fortifications. Detailed plans could be shared among engineers and builders, leading to the construction of stronger and more resilient structures. The ability to share architectural plans and engineering diagrams allowed for the construction of more elaborate and effective defenses. These advancements in fortification design made it increasingly difficult for enemies to breach walls and capture strongholds. These are just a few examples of how the printing press changed the face of warfare. Its impact was profound and far-reaching, influencing not just the battlefield, but also the broader strategies and logistics of war. It was no longer enough to simply be bigger and stronger than your enemy. The ability to strategize, plan, and execute with precision became paramount. Information, and the ability to use it effectively, became a decisive factor in military victory. The printing press revolutionized the way information was shared, making it a powerful tool in the arsenal of military leaders. Section 6. The printing press, a catalyst for military revolution. The impact of the printing press on warfare cannot be overstated. It wasn't merely a tool for communication, it was a catalyst for a complete military revolution. It changed how wars were fought, how they were perceived by the public, and even how they were planned and executed. The printing press democratized knowledge, making it possible for people outside the traditional military elite to study strategy, tactics, and military history. This led to a more informed and engaged public, capable of participating in debates about war and peace. This revolution wasn't without its downsides. The same technology that could be used to spread knowledge and enlightenment could also be used to disseminate propaganda and incite hatred. The printing press, like any powerful tool, could be used for both good and evil. Section 7. The enduring legacy, from Gutenberg to the digital age. The printing press may seem like a relic of the past in our digital age, a quaint artifact from a bygone era, but its legacy lives on, not just in museums, but in the very fabric of modern warfare and communication. The principles of mass communication, information control, and propaganda that were amplified by the printing press are still relevant today, shaping the way we perceive the world. The internet in many ways is the modern-day equivalent of the printing press, revolutionizing how we share and consume information. It allows for the instant dissemination of information across the globe, breaking down barriers and connecting people like never before. And just like the printing press, it can be used to inform, educate, and inspire, opening up new avenues for learning and personal growth. But it can also be used to mislead, manipulate, and sow discord, spreading misinformation at an unprecedented scale. The battle for hearts and minds is still being fought today, albeit on a digital battlefield, where information is the primary weapon. Social media, news websites, and online forums have become the new front lines in the ongoing information war, where narratives are crafted and contested. The printing press may be long gone, but its impact on warfare and communication continues to resonate through the ages. It serves as a reminder that information is power, and the ability to control and manipulate information is a powerful weapon indeed, one that has shaped and will continue to shape the course of history.